Going to try a new weapon? Ah. Dual blades got so much love in Wilds. I mean, so did longsword. I don't know if you've seen the longsword and dual blades in the Wilds stuff, but whoo boy, they got a lot of love. Longsword, bow, basically like the weapons that got the most love out of all of them, in my opinion, are gun lance, bow, dual blades, longsword, in that order, and then probably hunting one after that. So all the way up at the top, really? Well, I got a ways to go to get up there. And blah. Oh wait, I just realized he's already enraged. Back here. Ow. Oh dang it. What? I don't think he's gonna reach anything. Yeah, literally hopped right into the middle of the zone. Whew. Oh, dang it. Okay. Sharpen. You sleep. Dang it. Okay. Wasn't too bad. Oh. Recently started learning gunlands. You got any tips? Biggest tip is utilizing your hops. Swivel hopping, pivot hopping. That's going to be the make or break thing for uh, a gunlance user in terms of um, like when you're start to get really good with the weapon. Utilizing your hops to properly maneuver will be what makes a big difference in a world's gunlance. Guarding capabilities, it is not. The guard on gunlance is awful. It is one of the worst guards in the entire game. Bait extender, why you can back hop that far? Yes. Yep, I have a bait extender 3. And also pivot hopping. So like normal double back hop. So if I go against the wall, will put me to like here, right? This is a normal double back hop. But if I am against the wall and I pivot hop, now I'm lined up with the cat. You who struggles with fatty? I mean, I struggle with fatty because I'm just bad at the game, not because because guard is good. You're back. Welcome back. But yeah, I have a bait extender 3. This is my current build. I'm trying it out with Constitution 5 just to see how I feel about it. But so far I like it. But yeah. And then you got like swivel hops. So like you can do a little swivel, turn into a hop, and then you can pivot hop. Yeah, that's gonna be the biggest thing is just getting used to not sheathing your weapon. Sheathing your weapon on gunlance is bad because it's just so slow. So it's learning to not have to do that. Getting worm stakes into your combo. For me, very high. I typically always want to end my combo um, uh, with a worm stake. At least on normal gun lance. With things like wide and long, it's not as necessary. Normal gun lance, it kind of fits a lot better. Because that also is going to depend on like what type of gun lance you want to play. If you want to play wide gun lance, that's going to play a bit differently than if you're playing things. Geologist, right? Says it's for bones. Yeah, so the reason why it works, Crispy, is because every monster in the Guiding Lands drops bones as part of their drop pool. So there was a bug that caused it where Geologists basically counted them as if they were bone piles whenever you looted them, so you would get double the pickups. And they fixed the bug, but then people really wanted it in the game because it made grinding better. So they brought it back. They kept it. Prefer normal like slap combo? Okay, yeah. So typically when the monster is up and about like this, I pretty much never worm stake. I pretty much never do the worm stake as part of my combo. When the monster is downed, I always finish the combo with a worm stake. Because it's a lot easier to pinpoint where you want to get it. Oh, dang it. But I very rarely do a worm stake when the monster is up and about. Typically, it's not worth it unless you know for a fact that you can guarantee it's going to go in a good spot. Because if it happens to go in a spot that is white damage, it is significantly less damage than if you were to have just shelled instead. But if you can get into a spot where it's not white damage, and it's showing the orange damage ticks, then it's typically more damage than getting like one extra shell and attacking. You like loading the single ammo? That is Wormstake Blast. Wormstake Blast you should always be doing. You should always have Wormstake Blast in the monster. It should be up 100% of the time, or as close to 100% of the time as possible, because it literally doubles your damage. So like in this is when I would end my combo with a worm stake. So typically you can do a sweep into another shell and then boom, right into a worm stake right as they get up. And the combo puts it into the head, all orange damage. That's going to get you more damage than if you were to try and continue a shell. That's the standard worm stake. The worm stake blast is that thing that I have in her head that doubles your shelling damage. Essentially. Like every shell goes from doing like 60 to doing like 110. As long as you hit it. You gotta hit the worm stake with your shelling. But see how the ones that hit it cause it to tick for 50 damage. So it's basically adding 50 damage to my shells. Should only be used for wake ups, right? So I mean, obviously do what's fun, right? If we're talking about optimal and playing Gunlance to the best of what Gunlance can do, yes. Wyvern Fire is awful. It is a horrible attack. It does basically no damage, and yeah. But you do what's fun. If you enjoy using Wyvern Fire, by all means, use Wyvern Fire, right? I'm a big advocate for playing how you want to play in terms of being fun. because unless you're speedrunning, in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't really matter, to be honest. But yes, technically, Wyvern Fire is a very bad attack. Um, but it's also just fun to use. So. Oh, well. Dang it. Oh, God. Okay, I'm getting bullied now. Get rid of Water Blight, because Water Blight is... Okay. Why you bully me, Namiel? Why you bully me? Oh, I mistimed it. Mistimed the sweep. Okay, there we go. So even in terms of wake ups, technically, yes, Wyvern Fire is the better option for the wake up. There is a better there is technically a better option, but it requires a bit more setup and is a bit weird to use without mods, because it only works with one specific gun lance. Because gun lance is the only weapon in the entire game that is affected by the actual model of the weapon. No other weapon in the whole game is affected by it, but gun lance is. There is a mod that fixes it, but without that mod, it makes it a bit awkward. There is technically a better wake up though. It just takes setup and is a bit weird to use. But yes, otherwise for your standard wake ups, the Wyvern Fire is going to be your best. Saw a clip where there was like a Mega Bomb plus Snowman makes the Wormstake hit like a gajillion times. Yes, yeah. So that's the it's technically a bug, but it's going to be in the game forever. So it's just a feature now of the gun lance. It's a mechanic. It duplicates the Wormstakes. I can show you real quick. I can give you a demonstration of how it works. So we'll go into the training area. So typically, now this works, you have to have a Evade Extender 3. Now this only works if you don't have the mod. There's a mod that normalizes gun lances. I believe it's called Normalized Gun Lance. If you don't have the mod, this only works with the Kushala Daora gun lance skin. So you have to layer your gun lance to have the Kushala Daora skin. But typically, if you are pushed right up against the monster, so like I can't move any further forward, I'm pushed right up against it. If you back hop once with Evade Extender 3, and then you shell twice, when you do this, it'll stick into the monster. Right? So that hit for 15 hits for 1,202 damage. Right? So the Wormstake was 15 hits, 1,202 damage. Now if I take and I put a snowman here, we'll do it with just a snowman for now, and I do the same exact thing, right? So I'm pushed up against it all the way. I do one back hop, and then I do 2 shots, and I Wormstake. Now, if you look, it suddenly hit for 30 hits for 2,404 damage. So it doubled the damage, and it doubled the amount of hits. The reason that is because when you shoot out the Wormstake, right? When you shoot out this little thing that sticks out of the tip of the gun, that little thing, oop, when that comes out, it creates one Wormstake for every object that is currently there, and then it sticks that Wormstake into any available object that is currently there to be stuck into. So what happens is when you put down a snowman and 2 bombs like this, and it's going to duplicate it a total of 4. It's going to make 4 Wormstakes. It's 1 for the monster, so the pole is the monster, and then it makes 1 for each bomb and 1 for the snowman. So it's going to make 4 of them. And because the bombs explode, which then destroys the bombs and destroys the snowman, the only object that all 4 worm stakes has to stick into is the pole or the monster, which means it's going to take all 4 worm stakes and just put it right into the monster. So if I do this and I worm stake, now it hits 62 times for 5,108 damage. So 2 of those hits are the bombs, 60 of the hits are the worm stake. But again, this only works if you are either have the mod to normalize gun lances, or if you're using the Kushala de Ora gun lance and you have to have evade extender 3 and you back hop 1 time. I mean, if you can do it without evade extender 3, but you'd have to know the distance you need to be. It's nuts. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. If you have 4 people doing it, you're basically multiplying that damage. So you're taking the 5,108 damage and you're multiplying it by 4. So you're doing 20,000 damage on a wake up. Gunlance has the strongest wake up in the entire game. It's just requires a lot of setup and everything. And the other thing to keep in mind too, this also will not work if you have the worm stake in the monster. So I can show you. So if I take this and I put the worm stake blast in the monster, this will not work. And the reason why this will not work is, so it will not work if you're trying to do it on the part that the worm stake blast is in. Because if you look, if I back hop all the way back and I shell, it sets off the worm stake. So even though I'm not hitting the monster, it's still close enough to blow up the worm stake. Which means when I go and put the bombs down, and I put the snowman down, and I back hop, it blows them up and gets rid of them. So the wake up will not work if the worm stake blast is in the part of the monster that it is. Now, if you have it in a place like this, if you were on, like, say, this side of the monster, now I'm not setting it off, right? So it's not setting it off. So you can do it like that. It's just you can't do it if you're like aiming towards that thing, because it'll blow up the worm stake and set off all the bombs and mess everything up. So yeah, it's a whole thing. Pivot hopping while you're at it? Yes. So pivot hopping is pretty simple. So as I can show you, standard hop, standard back hop. So double back hop, 1, 2, puts me here, right? So I'm in this little area. So if I do a pivot hop really quick, I can just show you an example. Now I'm here, right? I almost made it to the barrel. So the way that it works is you press the direction in which your character's back is facing. So if I'm wanting to go that way, I'm gonna hold W on the second hop. So the first hop is just a normal hop. I'm just pressing spacebar. I'm not pressing anything else. The second hop, I'm gonna hold W and then press spacebar. Hold W, spacebar, and then you basically repeat that. So you're pivoting between holding W and not. So it's basically gonna be not holding, holding, not holding, holding, not holding, holding, kind of thing. And you just continue that. And every other hop, it adds extra distance. And you can do that with any button. So like if I'm looking this way, I can hold S instead, and it'll work the same. I can hold S, and it'll pivot hop. If I'm looking this way, I can hold D, and it'll still do the pivot hop. Then cycle, yeah. You're basically cycling whatever button your character's back is facing. It has nothing to do with your camera. It's whatever direction your character's back is towards. So if I wanted to go that way, I'm holding W on every other hop. Every other hop, I just hold W. And then swivel hopping is basically just so if I wanted to say I'm facing this direction, right? I'm going that way, and I want to go the direction that I'm facing, I would tap S and press spacebar. Tap S, spacebar, and then I would hold W into the pivot hop. So I would tap S, spacebar, hold W, and then I would just continue pivot hopping. The swivel hop allows you to basically do quick like 180 just hops. And you can do it in any direction. You just tap the button and then hop right after, kind of thing. So you got pivot hopping and then swivel hopping. And then utilizing your forward dash as an attack. So you can kind of go with that. Hey, thank you for the follow as well. I appreciate it. And the one thing to keep in mind is your evade extender 3 is going to be slightly further. You're technically starting to lose distance, I believe. But it's not much. So, but yeah, that's the basics of it. Your typical combo is just standard smash into burst fire, into sweep. You do want to make sure you're close enough to the monster that your sweep hits, because your sweep does a lot of damage. Like, if you look, my sweep is going to hit for like, well, I'm not close enough. Like that's 313 without a crit. Yeah, your wyvern, your little thing is gonna like back you up. Now, if you're in that situation where you're not close enough for your sweep, you can actually skip the like if I think this will be too far, right? Might be just close enough. Yeah, so I'm just slightly too far. If I don't burst, I'll move forward, and then I'll be close enough. So you can skip the burst to kind of take a step forward to get yourself close enough for the sweep, because your sweep does a lot of damage. I mean, it's hitting for like 322 without critting. So it does a lot of damage. Yeah, 436 on a crit. So it's really good to get that sweep in there on a hit. All right. Gelling Hub. Okay. Sorry, Crispy. This has been more informative than like half the videos I've seen. Hey, no problem. Yeah, I'm trying to make. I need to make a Gunlance guide. I've been trying to work on it, but because yeah, a lot of videos don't ever explain the advanced parts of Gunlance. They never explain pivot hopping. They never explain swivel hopping. They don't really. There's some videos out there that explain the whole mechanic of the wake up, but not entirely. But yeah, the mod you can download. I can show you the mod real quick if you are okay with modding, or if you're on PC at least. Uh, for Gunlance, download history, Gunlance. Is it? Yeah, okay, yeah, it's called Normalized Gunlance Shelling Hitboxes. This is the mod. So this just fixes it so that every Gunlance will work the same as Kushala. Kushala? Do you have Evade Extender 3? Some Gunlances might be able to do it with Evade Extender 2. Yeah, they don't really get into the super like nitty gritty of it. You have Evade Extender 3? It shouldn't work, but I mean, I've never tested it with every single Gunlance. I'm just going based off what I've heard and the few things that I've tested. But it might be one of the Gunlances that can, unless you have that mod installed. If you have that mod installed, then that would be why. But I'm assuming you don't. I'd have to uninstall the mod and test it to know if it would work. But everything I've tested and from what I've personally looked up, it's always been the Kushala only. but I haven't tested it with every gun lance, so I can't say. Um, I can't say on every single gun lance myself. Um, I just know that I have tested it with many gun lances in the past, and it hasn't worked. Hunter pie? Oh, I don't know. Yeah, it might just be that it's one of the few gun lances that it will work. Okay. Crispy, did you need help in the guiding lane? Sorry, you had said that you had a tempered monster. Um, does focus affect normal shelling? No, focus only affects charge shelling. Um, so focus will only affect it if you charge the shells. It will affect normal if you're charge shelling the normal shells, but um, it doesn't affect just the standard shelling speed or anything like that. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, we can just join. Wait, I need to. Oh, it doesn't matter. I guess I can just. Where is my gun lance and GL? Put that. Um, what is my brain doing right now? There we go. Wow. Try to open my map to leave. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Right. Hello, Serene. Or Saren. I don't know which version is. It's either Saren or Serene. Got these. Throw on my mantle. Let's putting all his bones back on. Get his bones. Okay, nope. I went. Oh, you jerk. Spun literally at the last second. Kaboom. Ah, dang it. Hit a white damage part. But gun is considered a light weapon for wounding. It is considered a light weapon simply because you need ammo for slingers. That's the only reason why they made it a light weapon. Fortunately, I cannot put a snowman down. And he's dead. Okay. Yeah, you need the slinger ammo for your worm stake to be able to load in the worm stake. Because otherwise, if it was a heavy, um, uh, it would really suck to not have slinger ammo. because the type of slinger ammo does affect your worm stake. But oh no, you're good. Sorry. Um, Slinger ammo gotten from monsters will cause your worm stake blast to last longer than slinger ammo found from the ground. Um, you can always tell based on the little icon that shows up. So if I put in these thorn pods right now, see how that icon right underneath my shelling has 2 notches in the line? So if you look through it, there's like, it's got like, it comes out, it's got a little notch, it comes out a little bit, got another notch, and then comes out. That means that the worm stake is going to last for at least 4 minutes or longer, kind of thing. So the amount of ammo you have and the type of ammo affects it. Now, if I was to say, get rid of this worm stake, right? Get rid of this one, stick it in that guy because he decided to get in my way. And I grab puddle pods, water moss, and you put this in. So now if you look, see how it only has 1 notch. Comes out 1 notch and comes out. That means it's gonna last for more than, I believe it's more than 2 minutes, but less than 3. So it's like something like that. I can't remember the exact amount. Let me find the image of the thing for it. I have the image somewhere. Not that. Useful info. Nope. This the image? Yes, this is the image. So I can show real quick. This image right here. So it's got the different types. So top notch means it's less than 2 minutes. It's 2 minutes less than 4. This one means it's 2 minutes or more in less than 4. And then this one means it's 4 minutes or more. The exact numbers are this. Thorn pods, if you have slinger capacity 5, will last 7 minutes. If you have no slinger capacity, it lasts 4. Bomb and piercing pods are 6 minutes and 20 seconds with slinger capacity 5. Without it, it's 3 minutes 40 seconds, and then it goes from there. I need for guard 5 times. Nice. And the wormstake blast is until you do enough shell damage or time until the timer runs out. So it'll last for this amount of time. Depending on what you have. So if you just have full ammo without slinger capacity, sorry, it lasts 5 minutes on these. So bomb, piercing, and thorn pod without slinger capacity are all 5 minutes. Those are going to be your best ones. Kind of high on the skill priority besides artillery. Yes and no. It depends on how quickly you're killing monsters. If you're killing monsters, I personally don't use slinger capacity that much anymore because I found the monsters were dying usually way before it ran out, right? Like, 5 minutes into a fight or 5 minutes after I do it, it's running out. So I haven't been running it recently. My main build does run it. My primary build does have slinger capacity 5. This is my current test build. I'm just testing this out right now, so I'm not running slinger capacity. But this is also my build for Guiding Lands. So let me leave. And I can show you my primary build, which is the build that I run the majority of the time. Uses slinger capacity 5. I've been testing swapping out slinger capacity 5 for constitution 5 because all of Gunlance's mobility is tied to stamina, so is tied to evades and stamina. So having Constitution 5 has been actually very nice. But yeah, this is my normal build. This is what I just normally run as my everyday build. Most important skills: artillery, and then capacity boost. Primary skills, super important. Um, and then from there, I would go handicraft. Um, show my build. You can't show off just attack gun lance. Oh yeah, so Halo runs turtle lance. He is very defensive. Which again, play exactly how you want. It play whatever is your preferred style, right? Like, so this is what Halo runs. Halo runs a more defensive turtle style of build where you're kind of just like hold the line basically. Um, but if we're talking like if you're trying to be like optimal, doing what the speedrunners do and what is the quote unquote meta of it, then even my build isn't meta. Because my build you probably wouldn't run um a lot of the stuff that I run. It's more you'd be more attack focused. Um but like you probably wouldn't run I'm running tool specialist right now because I'm on that. Um like you most likely wouldn't run full slinger capacity, probably wouldn't run full handicraft. Um you wouldn't run evade extender 3, things like that. You'd be more damage focused, but um this is my typical build, my normal build of just like if I'm just casual fighting monsters with friends, especially in multiplayer. Slinger capacity becomes a lot better in multiplayer because the fights tend to last a lot longer. But if you're killing a monster within 5 to 7 minutes, it like you're killing the monster before it's gonna run out anyways. So it's like you're kind of just using the points for nothing. You can have something else there. This is what I've been running. I've been running this recently with Constitution 5 because it makes mobility a lot more available, I guess, which has been nice. I'm not sure if I would say I like it more than the other build, but yeah, the two primary skills are um, artillery and capacity boost. Those ones are super important for gun lance because they're massive damage. One of the things to keep in mind for gun lance is every single flat attack boost that you put on your weapon is at 50% value compared to all other weapons. So, as an example, if I'm playing greatsword and I put attack boost 7 on my build, right? Typically, in the most optimal settings, attack boost 7 is about a 7% damage increase on your weapon. 7% overall damage. Or DPS, you'll do about 7% more. On gun lance, that's cut in half. It's only a 3.5% increase. The reason being is at least in endgame, when you're playing gun lance, pretty evenly, your damage is going to be cut about 50% shelling damage and 50% non-shelling damage. So that means all your shell hits don't get any benefit from attack boost increases. So you're only increasing 50% of your damage by that 7%. Because that's just the way that the weapon works. Its shelling does not scale off of attack in any way. So typically speaking, you don't really want to run flat attack increases because their value is significantly less on gun lance. Crit is really good because it's like a 40% damage boost. So yeah, you're still only technically getting 20% damage boost, but it's still a 20% damage boost. It's way more damage than what any other skill is going to get you, kind of thing. Um, so that's why I run crit, but I don't run outside of agitator. I don't run any other flat damage increases. I only run agitator because it's a 20% crit chance uh, buff as well. And then after that, it's all comfort because nothing else is really going to be worth it in terms of uh, your damage. Now, if you're running long, that's an even different story because long gun lance, this build, doesn't run any crit or attack increases. It's all comfort because long shelling only uses shells, which means it can't crit, has no increase from attack, nothing like that. So you just want full comfort. Wide shelling is this. It actually uses attack boost and stuff just because of hopping eats my stamina. Yeah, so that's why I've been running Constitution. Been trying it out. For the Obsidians and Ogre, is it possible for me to join you on a guild lands, or do I have to just grind? Unfortunately, you cannot join my guiding lands until you hit MR 100. Because my guiding lands is fully capped out. So I finished all the quests that made it so I can get to level 7. So it unfortunately means you have to be MR 100. It's a sad thing. Just gotta grind, yeah. Pretty much. What you want to do now is basically just go into the guiding lands, don't lure out any monsters, and just fight whatever is the hardest monster there. So fight tempered monsters and whatever is the biggest, baddest monster that shows up, and just keep doing that. And that will get you the most stuff you can get. Dreambuster, yes, that is the long gun lance. You just use any sappy weapon. Any sappy weapon simply because you want you want long shelling too, because pretty much you use any gun lance that has long level 6 because that's the highest. I use the Sappy one because I can get slot upgrade, which gives me another level 4 and a level 1. And then I put 3 sharpness increases. But really all you're looking for is any gun lance that has level 6 shelling for long. Because there is no level 7 long, unfortunately. So it's literally I only use Sappies simply just for the slots. You could use any Sappy gun lance. I just happen to get Longwood's good for flying monsters. I mean, I guess you can charge shell straight up kind of thing, but that's about it. Are they basically different playstyles, or is this one that's just clear cut better? So technically, on paper, normal is going to be the most DPS out of all of them. But yes, they all have different playstyles. So these are all the different playstyles of each gun lance. Really quick. Training area. But yeah, they're all just different playstyles. Normal is your typical what you see most people play. It's what I play as my primary one. But long gun lance is literally just this. This is long gun lance. You're just shelling. It's long gun lance. You're just charge shelling. It does a pretty significant amount of damage. Like if you have the Wormstake in there, you're hitting for like about 300 damage. It's not horrible damage. It's just so it's 158 with 105 secondary burst. So you're hitting about 260, 263 a shell. And the nice thing is that it doesn't matter where you hit. You just deal damage. You don't need a tenderize. You don't need a nothing. You're just dealing damage. My playstyle works with all types. Just prefer normal for Kaboom. Yeah. Wide shelling is going to be the next. Oh, that was my other. I forgot I had this layered on this one. Wide shelling is basically just poke shell, poke shell, poke shell, reload, poke shell, poke shell, poke shell, reload. Or the other option is poke shell, poke shell, poke shell, poke, reload. That's your wide playstyle. You can play it like a typical, but you only get 3 shells, so you're actually dealing less damage if you play it the typical, like, normal shelling style. Because you only get 3. And then you got your normal. Your normal playstyle is just your typical full burst into sweeps, into slams, and then every now and then you'll stick in a worm stake, depending on, when the monster's down and stuff. And yeah. But Gunlance says pretty solid damage. I mean, it's a full combo. Like, if I was to do one full combo, which would be an upswing, into down, into full burst, into sweep, it's 1,300 damage. And that's not even, like, with crits and stuff. Boom. Into a sweep. And that's also without the worm stake in it. If I have the worm stake in it, it's going to do even more. But you can still do everything else with normal as well. Like, you can poke shell if you wanted to. You can do charge shelling. It'll work. It just does less damage. It's only hitting for 80 instead of 100 and something, or instead of like 250. But yeah, the typical combo is going to be like this, into that. Oh, well, I missed. And then into a sweep, and that's like a full combo. So it hits for like 1,500. So. Useful? Yeah. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, that's one of the nice things about Gunlance is, and why Gunlance is on the harder side of weapons. Full combo includes Wormstake. I don't count the Wormstake as a full combo because it'll only happen when I can guarantee I can put it in a spot that will not be white damage. Kind of thing. But yeah. But obviously, yeah, you play. Everyone's playstyle is different, and you should always play what you prefer to do and not what is meta, because unless you're speedrunning, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna go to sleep now since tomorrow is morning, which is unfortunate. Hey, no problem. Thanks for joining. Thanks for stopping by. On Caroline's damage is damage. Yeah, I mean, play like that's the one thing that I'll always say. I will tell people this is the most optimal way to do something, right? This is the best way that you should, if you're looking, if that's what you're looking to do. But the most optimal way you should play is the way that you have the most fun. Like, if you like playing normal and you like poke shelling and that's what you like doing, then play normal and poke shell. If you like playing slap lance, then play slap lance. If you only like shelling and you never like doing any other attacks, then by all means just shell and do nothing else. It does, in the end, it doesn't matter as long as you're having fun and the monster's dying. Then your build is good. With Mini Hammer, I could not wrap my head around Gunlance when I tried it the first couple times. Oh yeah, Gunlance. Gunlance, I wouldn't say Gunlance is the hardest weapon. In terms, like, super up there in terms of difficulty. I would say it's close. I would probably put it in the top 3 to 5. I would say Charge Blade is pretty difficult. And now, in terms of difficulty, I'm talking like you can pick up the weapon, you can go into a hunt, and you can do what that weapon is meant to be done, right? Like, you can just do it. It's not. There's no like trying to figure out the combo. There's no, you can just kind of go and do it. Like, dual blades would be the easiest. Anyone in the game can just pick up dual blades and just go and do dual blade things, right? With magazine deco on normal shelling, it's actually 6 blasts. Yes. 6 total. Or pretty sure it's only 5. I thought it was only 5. Are you lying to me right now, Halo? Um, no, it is 6. You're not lying to me. Um, but I took a break and came back and then tried again on Honestly's Blast. Yeah, Gunlance. I really like Gunlance. It does. Hilarious already. True, I do. I do. Um, Gunlance in Worlds does feel very disconnected from itself, which is what I really like. When I lie on top of that, just because it's fun. Why not? It's fun. Um, the Wilds Gunlance is going to be amazing. It makes everything flow very well, um, and it's going to be great. But yeah, Gunlance is a great weapon. Fun story. So like the way that I got into this game. So Monster Hunter World was my first game that I played. Um, I mained Hunting Horn as my primary weapon. Um, and then I played all the way through the entire game. I came back and I did Fatalis, I did a last round, all that stuff, all with Hunting Horn only. I didn't play any other weapon. Um, and then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try every weapon to like 100 hunts. So I played every single weapon except for longsword, hammer, and bow because those were the 3 weapons that I was like just not clicking with at all. Um, Played them all to 100 hunts. I really liked heavy bowgun, as you can see. I played a lot of heavy bowgun. Um, but I kind of just moved away from it. And then I also played a decent amount of charge blade because I like the explosions and the big damage of it. Um, Gunlance was actually the one weapon out of all of them that I thought I was gonna hate the most. It was the last one I did. I did every single other weapon before I did Gunlance because I was like, I think I'm gonna hate Gunlance the absolute most. Um, Funnily enough, I thought bow was a weapon I was gonna like a lot because when I did heavy bow gun and I really liked heavy bow gun, and I was like, you know what, I'm probably gonna like bow a lot. And I did not. I can't stand bow. It's easily my least favorite weapon. Um, but yeah, Gunlance was my last weapon, and I thought I was gonna hate it the most out of all the weapons, and then it became my main and my favorite weapon. Okay. Has anyone posted any quests? We can go in and do some hunts. No. Well, if anyone's got a quest that they want to post, by all means, go ahead and post it. Otherwise, I shall post my own quest in a little bit. Yeah, let me make sure I have this build on. The Viper Kadachi? Ah, okay. Have a good night. You as well. Thank you so much for joining and hanging out. I appreciate it. We will be back on Wednesday next week. I do gotta work Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. We are probably going to be playing Space Marines 2 though. But if any of you guys have Space Marines 2 and want to play Space Marines 2 with me, by all means, we will be able to squad up and play some Space Marines 2. But I do want to check out that game at least for 1 or 2 days. And if it's really good, I might play it a bit more. But we will be playing Monster Hunter next week as well. I want to check out some Space Marines too. But yeah, thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it. Rock and Stone. I do want to do a Gold Rush first. Um, but we could play some deep rock towards the end. I would be down to play a little bit of Deep Rock. I want to do one Gold Rush though. I haven't done a single Gold Rush since she came. Well, no, that's a lie. I did like a couple Gold Rushes with Crispy when she first swapped over, but I haven't been able to do a single Gold Rush the past couple days because uh the servers have been weird and people haven't been able to join and things like that, and it's been dumb. Um, and this is my favorite fight in the entire game. And you? Did I do one with you? Did we do one? Oh, I forget. I feel like I haven't played this game in forever because the servers have been down. But it's literally only been like 2 days. Because we played it Wednesday. Yeah, it was just literally Tuesday and what day is today? Today's Saturday, right? Oh, it's Sunday, I mean. Now it's Sunday. Yeah. But yeah, it was Saturday. Yeah, I unfortunately have to work tonight. Well, Sunday night. So we'll probably do like maybe another hour roughly of Monster Hunter, and then we can swap off to Deep Rock Galactic for a couple hours before I have to get off for the night. Any pancakes? No pancakes. Right. Tenderize up all over parts. Oh, let me also do an SOS. Oh, shit. Floor is lava. Tenderize the head. Ow, my body's pain. Ooh. Fortunately, I don't think we're going to get a second hit off, but that's fine. Oh, my mantle wore out. Did not realize my mantle wore out. Right. Got some slinger bombs. Aw, dang. Can't break that off. Nice. Retenderize the head just to keep it tender. Oh, and she's going to sleep. So her sleeping is a bit weird. Because she, like, I can never quite seem to get the wake up on her. Okay, got it that time though. Unfortunately, I do not have my worm stake to use. You get one last slam. Nope. Nice. Sweet. Carve up this chip. We will go ahead and load in our bombs. Grab a piercing pod. Eat a cool drink and then head on to the next zone. Throw on a temporal mantle. Light could have come running over this way. Dang, bummer. Go ahead and blop. Dang it. Yep, not gonna work. Oh, I am standing in the lava. Pop that. Retenderize the head just because I'm not sure how much longer it's gonna last. We're gonna remove this. Another good thing Gunlands can do is get mounts pretty easily. If you're on a little ledge like this, you can constantly ledge hop. Oh, unless she does that. That was bad. I did not mean to swivel hop there, and I totally did. Dang it. Really hoping we could get a mount there. Probably would have gotten the horn break if we got a mount. But she is pretty set up for a mount for the next zone, so we can probably get a mount on this next zone. Fighting me, Kovatarth. Otherwise that. Retenderize the head. I really wanted to be able to get a thing into her head. No, she backed up. Dang it. Oh, I'm trapped by the lava. There we go. Oh, I did not hop that. That sucked. Nice. Got the horn break. Oh no, meat wagon. That's not where I wanted to put that. That's where I wanted to put that. Dang it. Oop. Go ahead and soften up an arm. Oh, dang. Can't get it off. Gotta go. Hey, no problem. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Hope you have a good night. Have school, work. Well, I hope you have a good day at work and school. Or school. Wow. I hope you have a good day at school. Yeah, sorry, you said you had school work today, not school and work. That's a funny look. Parts. Some of the parts. Sweet. Solid hunt. Pretty clean. We're doing it again? Okay. Why? Get the music set right, that's awesome. Wait, does Serene need help with the quest at all? What is Serene doing? Oh, they're doing story stuff. Oh, Zoran. Yeah, if you need help with anything, by the way, or let us know. Um, Typically I don't join assigned quests just out of nowhere, because we're gonna try and build the Great Jars. Nice. Um, uh, Typically I won't join a quest like that unless you specifically ask, because I don't want to. Obviously, you know we're gonna obliterate the monster, right? So I don't want to join it if you're doing stuffs. Do, 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 do. I don't mind to go obliterate the monster. Wanted to see if. Oh, are you? Post fighting? Ah, nice. Are you? Have you decided at all, like, what you're gonna play in Wilds? I'm obviously going Gunlance. Um, but have you seen any other weapons? Any of them seem cool to you? I guess the question too would be, are you gonna play Wilds? I would assume yes, but I thought I was gonna main Hammer because I'm Hammer main. Oh, okay. But Gunlance is a blast right now, so I'm not sure. Gunlance in Wilds is. I'm assuming. Have you seen the videos for the weapons? Have you seen Gunlance's video? Oh man, dude, it's so good. And then all the stuff about Gunlance, it's basically, in my opinion, it's going to be the perfect version of Gunlance ever in Monster Hunter. The only thing they could add to Gunlance to make it even better for me in Wilds is they could add elemental shelling. If they ever add elemental shelling to the weapon, um then it will be literally the perfect weapon for me. What is this? Which I do have high copium that there will be elemental shelling because of they got rid of the shelling levels, and shelling also scales with attack damage now in Wilds. Um, and they have a shelling power type, which oh wait, I gotta do an SOS. I keep forgetting. Blam. Oh, and she sleep. Dang, didn't break the piece off. Oh, dang it. Oh, I didn't get it underneath there in time. Hey, that was cool. Oh, that's a laser right to my face. Dude, gave me a laser to the face for good measure. Okay. Oh, I never put on my mantle apparently. I need these. Oh, stupid gadgelagas. Oh no, hello. Dang it. I didn't get the overhead smash done in time. Double dang it. Wow. I got comboed into oblivion. That's rough. Oh god, hiccups. Go. That's what I wanted. Uh, oh, nice. She's probably gonna yell. Oh, no, yep, looks like she's gonna yell and leave. City Mantle is not available at the moment, which is unfortunate. Dang it. Into the wall. Go ahead and soften that, get some ammo. Oh. That's awkward. Soften up this arm. Take that there. Wrong way. Dang, wasn't close enough to the arm of the hand to set off the worm stake. Oh, I dodged right back into it, unfortunately. I somehow did not get hit by that. Nice. Good job. Another solid hunt. This and this. Sweet. Why is that? All right. We are going to do a quick 3-minute break as pre-rolls are going at the moment, so we're going to stop those. Quick break, stand up, stretch, get a drink, snack, all that fun stuff. We'll be back in 3 to 5 minutes and we'll continue on. Be right back. All right, we are back. So I probably got a couple more hunts in me, but I am quite hungry. So I am probably going to be calling stream here shortly. It is also Saturday, so usually on the shorter side of streams. I try to be on the shorter side because I don't want to be up too late. Because I do got to work and stuff, so I want to make sure I get to sleep at like a normal time that I'm supposed to. Um, so yeah, a couple more hunts in me. If anyone has anything they want to post or do, time for no time for naps. That's a fun one. Otherwise, I can post some quest. Um, uh, let's see. You know what we haven't fought today? Ashara. Let's fight Ashara. This is one of my favorite monsters as well. I am a big fan of this monster. I wish they would have done more with her, but they have not. There's Shara. What? Where's Shara? What? Where? Not in a stream without Shara. True, dude. I love Shara, man. I love this monster. She's a fun fight. The first half of the fight is kind of whatever. I don't like the first part. This like she's in the rock thing mode, but I like the other part of her. She's also got one of my favorite Novas. I really like her big, like wind ball, weird force spirit bomb thing that she's got going on with an Nova. The Giga fight? Yeah, exactly. So angry. Ow. Bam. Oh, dang it. Kaboom. And swaps. Go ahead and sharpen. Need a block. Mantle. Oh, I was not in the right spot. Okay. Bam. Right in the chin. The perfect spot. Right in the chin again. Dang, it didn't kind of hitting it. Oh. Get destroyed. Tenderize up. Bam. Oop. Oh god. Oh, I literally back hopped right into that. Dang it. Dodge. Oh, I dodged right into it. Okay, yep. Then you're gonna yell again. So angry. Then... Oh, this is just awkward. That's not what I wanted to do. Alright, time to get cart steadied. Wow, she went underground. Yo, that's cheating. She cheated. She dodged the boulder by going underground. Next level strategies. Kaboom! I love it. Oh, dang it. Nope. Whoop. Never mind. We just broke it off with that. Okay. Oh, that was a really awkward thing. Oh. Well, now I'm sad. Yeah. That was one of the few times that Wyvern Fire was actually necessary. Hey. Nice. Solid hunt. All right. I think we probably got one more hunt in me, and then call it a night because I'm getting quite hungry. My stomach's starting to growl at me. Gotta get myself something to eat. Then we'll probably find someone to raid out to. And yeah. I don't know. Is anyone on right now? Who's on? Streamers. No one I. Okay, well, no one that's on my follow list. Do. Apparently, I broke 5 parts. How did I break 5 parts? Oh, oops. I'm dancing now. Colorful Carnival. Um, we could join the end of this colorful carnival. Yeah, I don't care about rewards. Do. Did not hot that properly. That. Grab some more. So it's how the wild gun lancer asserts dominance. Like at the Fey Wyvern gem, I need to finally make an MR weapon. Ah, yeah. Well, I did that way too late. I figured I was going to. Explosions. Fun fact, we all set off each other's worm stakes. For less damage overall, but we all set them off. And dead. Yep. Yeah, other players can also set off your worms like other gun launchers can. It does significantly less damage, but it can still set it off. And also, what is it? Sticky ammo will set it off as well. So like if someone uses a heavy bow gun with sticky ammo, it'll do, it'll set it off. Guarded. Dang. Tried to snap it over. Appreciate the help. Ain't no problem. Yeah, I'm gonna end up calling it there though. We are gonna raid out to someone. Um, I stream every Wednesday through Saturday. 7 p.m. Eastern time is usually when I start. So I'll be back on again on Wednesday. Like I said, we will be trying out Space Marines 2 on Wednesday. Because I got the game through my CPU, so I do want to check it out. It seems interesting. I just gotta find someone to raid out to go say hi to. Let's see. 122 Slinger Sniper. The Slinger Sniper stat, by the way, for all the gun lance knowledge, no problem. Yeah, I'm trying to work on getting a gun lance guide made, um, so that people can like go to that as well and have that. But I just like it's just so much going on that, yeah, it's hard to do it. Um, Especially because I don't really have very much experience like with it, so it's like it's doing everything my first time kind of stuff. Not experience with gun lance, experience with making like weapon guides. Um, okay, I don't know if anyone has any recommendations for someone to raid out to, preferably a smaller streamer like me, preferably in Monster Hunter. Um, CS Goalie's on again. They've raided me before. Um, let's see though. Is anyone later? Gotta add my input to that at this point. What? You think gun lands? Tanuki mask? Tanuki mask. Tanuki mask. Yeah, we can go over to Tanuki mask. We can go say hi to them. Tanuki mask. Info is just as valid. I mean, it's true.
Is this
Flash
fine?
raid
Wait.
Tanuki mask. All right. We're gonna go
It's
say
fine.
hi to them.
It's the right one.
Hang out with them kind of thing. It looks like they're trying to get to MR 100 right now. Road to Fatty, so they're pretty new.
Yeah.
Great sword player, looks like. And yeah, like I said, I stream every Wednesday through Saturday, 7 p.m. Eastern time is when I start, and then I usually go for about 8 hours, roughly 6 to 8 hours.
I need
depending on
better
the night.
Z, Y?
And yeah,
Z and
we'll
Y
be back on
tracking.
again on
I need
Wednesday,
to work on that.
and I hopefully will see you all then. I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your day and or night, and I will talk to you all then. Bye bye.